I'm John Hunt, your website manager, and in this video I want to take you on a brief tour of our new website so you can see what it offers and see what's new. Our website address, you can see at the top here, is exmouthu3a.online, and the image you see in front of you is the image that you'll probably see if you're viewing it through your desktop computer or on a laptop or on a large tablet such as an iPad. If you're looking at it on a smaller tablet or a smartphone, then you'll see that this menu doesn't show up in the same way. Instead, you'll see in the corner on the top left, three little bars and the word menu, and you just click on that and then you'll see these main headings coming up. So same layout, but different way of accessing it. So here we are on the welcome page. That's our home page, and you can see a description of our website, the Exmouth District u3a, and there is a bit of narrative, a bit of an explanation of what goes on, and something about joining us. There's more about that in a separate section. And what is new is that we list the forthcoming meetings and events just in summary form, so you can see the three that are about to happen, the nearest ones, and you can find out more by clicking on anything that's got blue lettering and underlined. So if we were to click on each of these, you get more detail. Another change is that we've put a latest notices section, and you can see I put something here about our new website, and here I'm just requesting any feedback that anyone might have. So that's our welcome page. If we move to the news section, there are two parts to this. The first is latest news, and again you can see brief headings here. If you want to find out more, just click on anything in blue lettering. The second part of it is our newsletters section. Now, if you're looking at this on a desktop or a laptop, you'll see this sort of image. What's great is that the newsletter is actually embedded within the website, so you can simply scroll down and read it direct from the website. If you're looking at it on other devices, then this probably won't show up, and instead there'll be a blue link, and you just need to click that either at the top, or if it doesn't show up, it'll be the most recent one here. Just click that, and hey presto, the newsletter shows up and you can read it. So those are the sections relating to the news. If we move on to the groups and click the first one, you'll see here is the groups list. There's a bit of narrative here, and then we go into an alphabetical list of all our groups. We've got, if you include the local hubs, about 110 groups, and they're all arranged alphabetically. I think that's a more attractive layout than on our previous website. But what's really good is you can rearrange these. So if you click on group by category, you can see that they're automatically categorized into various headings such as art and crafts, board games and quizzes, current affairs, and so on. So you can just follow your own particular interest and see if there are any relevant groups that appeal to you. What's also quite clever is you can view by meeting day. So you can see which groups meet on which day of the week. And that's particularly handy if, for example, you've got some free time on a Tuesday. You can have a look at the groups that meet on Tuesdays and see if there are vacancies in any of those that you might want to join. So that's another way of looking at it. There's a further way in which you can categorize it by venue. Now, some of our meetings take place on Zoom, but all the others are in physical locations, and you can see the list of all the physical locations in and around Exmouth where our groups visit and meet. Now, if we go back to the alphabetical list, you can see that each of the groups has a summary here, and there are four categories of status types. The first is active, and here's an example. A group that's active means exactly that. It meets regularly and it is open to new members if they want to join. So that's the first. The second category is waitlist only. These are groups that are full but have a waiting list. So you can apply to join the waiting list, and when there's a vacancy, you can join the group. The third category are groups that are actually full, not taking on new members, and currently don't offer a waiting list facility. But of course, the status changes all the time, so you can just keep an eye on the website to see what the latest is. There is a fourth category, and an example of that is the photography group, which is currently suspended. That means for practical reasons, it may not have a current group organizer or whatever, it's not meeting, but the intention is that it would reconvene at some stage. So again, you can express interest in that group and then hopefully it'll revive itself and become an active group soon. Now, if we just drill down into the groups, you can see the sort of detail that you can then explore. So if we take Art Mixed Media as an example, you can see again when they meet and what their status is and where they meet. But there's also a very useful bit of narrative that the group organizer has provided. So that's a bit of a description about what that group is all about. Another example is Art Appreciation. Here we see an example where they've posted a photo of some of their members on a visit. So you can actually put in your own photos and share that with members of your groups and with others. So that's an example of what can be done there. And as a further example, Bacon Taste have combined both. So you've got there a description of the group. Here's something to whet the appetite, and here's information about its status, when and where they meet, and so on. So that explains the list of groups. The next section under groups relates to information about the interest groups. And here we've got some hopefully helpful information. If you want to know more about them, just click at the side and you'll see information about how to sign for groups, how to set up new groups, how to share ideas and information, and so on. And there also are some resources. You can click on those to get documents and so on of relevance. The final section relates to local hubs. These are something quite recent, but the opportunity for members to meet up very locally in their local neighbourhood for tea or coffee and a chat. And you can see these listed all in alphabetical order. That completes the groups section. Let's move on to events. The first part of that are forthcoming events, and you can see that these are listed in chronological order. Again, wherever you see something blue, click on it, you can find out more. So if we take the visit to Bristol Harbourside, for example, here we've got the date, a bit of information about the fact booking's required, and a description of what's involved. So that applies for all these other meetings. We have a separate monthly meetings section, and you can see a marvellous photo that Christine Chittock took of one of our monthly meetings in Exmouth Pavilion in full swing. We list here, we've got the next one, and we'll be listing future ones shortly. So that's there to see. As a special extra facility, we're fortunate in January that our speaker, Peter Scott JP, allowed us to record his talk, and we've got that on our YouTube channel, but we've also positioned it here. So by pressing the arrow, you could actually watch the whole of his talk without even leaving our website. If we move on to social events, again you'll see a description for the social committee, and here are summary descriptions. Again, you can do exactly what I did. You click read more and you'll find out more detail there. And the final section, online events. Our monthly meetings in the pavilion are sometimes streamed live if we can find a volunteer to do that. Our weekly Zoom coffee and chat groups are open to all members, no need to register, and you can join those online. Some of our interest groups meet online, and we also have our own Connect and Learn website that gives the opportunity for members to learn about topics and, if they so wish, arrange to meet up with others to share their learning. That completes the section on events. If we move on to membership, you can see here a number of reasons why it's very useful to be a member of our u3a. In fact, here are 12 reasons, and there are lots more. And as we all know, our membership fee is a mere £12 a year, phenomenal value for money for what you get in return. So, of course, this website is pitched not just at current members, but potential members, and so it's important to describe what it involves. We can see here a section about what being a member does actually involve, so there's a description there. And then if you click on how to join, you can see how this can be done. One method is by filling in an application form, and so if, for example, you click on this blue text, it brings you straight to the application form, and you can download it or print it off from your computer and then fill it in at your leisure. So that explains how to join. The final point is renewals. Renewals are due on the 1st of April every year, and this gives us all a reminder. So that's membership. Let's move on to About. The About has 3 sections. The first is about our own u3a, the history, where we cover. Our members live not just in Exmouth, but in neighbouring villages and communities. Here's a list of the committee members, the trustees of our charity, and we also have a number of other volunteers who carry out various roles, such as myself. On top of that, we list the papers for the annual general meeting. Our next one comes up in May, and we'll be posting there the papers for that, as well as the papers for last year's. So that covers Exmouth u3a. The second is u3a nationally. This takes you to an external website. We as a u3a are a charity in our own right, but we liaise with the umbrella organisation, the Third Age Trust, the National u3a, and this is their website, which has got lots of interesting information and resources, and you can just browse at that through clicking through the various links and see what's there that might interest you. If we go back to our About section, the final section is documentation, and you can see that we've got documents which you can look at and download if you wish. So you've got the recent committee meeting minutes, risk management papers, role descriptions, and guidance for members. You just, again, click on anything that's blue and that will take you through. The very final section is the Contact Us section, and we've tried to streamline things as much as possible. If you want to contact any of us with these functions, all you need to do is to go to the Contact Us section and click on the respective link. So if you wanted to contact me as website manager, for example, you simply click on website. You have the opportunity then to type in your name, your email address, the subject matter, and the message that you want to send. You click that and hey presto, I received that instantly, and hopefully we'll be able to respond to you quickly. Well, that takes us rapidly through the website. Just a couple of other features. You'll see here that for the first time we've got a search engine. If you find that you can't locate what you're looking for, then you can just type that in, then press the magnifying glass, and the search engine will do the business and come up with what hopefully you're looking for. 2 other extra features. We do have our own Facebook group, and if you click on the Facebook image at the top, this will actually take you straight through to our Facebook group, run admirably by Ian McLaughlin, and you can just sort of scroll through this and read the latest postings, and if you're a member of that, comment and join in our community there. So that's the first of the extra options. The second is that we do have our own YouTube site, which I set up 2 or 3 years ago, and you can see here that we've got dozens of videos that we've recorded, and you can look at those at your leisure at any time, stop and start whenever you want, and there's hours of hopefully fun viewing there for you to use at your discretion. So that completes my tour. Let's take us back to our home page. I'd like to pay tribute particularly to 2 people who have done an enormous amount of work in taking the national template that's been developed and then building on it and adapting it. It's in a program called WordPress, and Graham Wood and Nigel Day in particular have built this website, and we owe a huge debt of gratitude to them for what they have done to produce this. So I leave you to view this at your leisure. I hope that's been a useful run through for you. Please visit this website as often as you can, and please contribute to it. So if you want to contribute any articles, any text, and particularly any photos, then do please get in touch with us. And as always, we'd be very interested in your views. Thank you very much for watching.